So today, I'm gonna tell you the story of how I lost $1 million with my dropshipping business. I have started out around 2018 and I had no clue what I'm doing. It took me over a year straight of failing consistently to make it work, but at some point I actually did make it work. And it started to do great. The first good month was like 70K, then it started to be 100K and then multiple six figures. So it actually started to go crazy and everything was amazing. However, I made 3 key mistakes which led me to lose an insane amount of money. Number 1 is do not ever outsource things to people without being able to do it by yourself. So just take this scenario. You start out with dropshipping and you hire an agency to do the store for you, to do the ads for you, to run the ads for you, and to do the customer service for you. They will do it. Let's say they fail. What do you do now? What's the change you will do to get it to work? The answer is there's nothing you can do. It's 100% out of your control and you have no clue what to change. Now, for me, what I did was I hired customer support agents before I ever did customer support properly by myself. And this led me to those people having 100% of the control over everything. This guy I hired basically started telling me about how he's not keeping up with the emails and it takes way longer and he needs to hire a couple of his friends as well, and then they're gonna have like 24-hour shift and all of them together are basically gonna answer all the emails, and that's that. What I didn't know that it takes less than 4 hours a day to answer all the emails, and I was paying for 24 hours every single day. That bill was insanely high, and I thought that's normal. It cut down my margins drastically. And it was a while back, but I remember it was anywhere between like 30 and 60K. So it was really painful. In a second, I'm gonna explain to you why I don't even exactly know how much I lost because of mistake number 2. Not doing profit tracking at all and just not caring about anything in the back end. It's good that I did this, and it's a very smart decision to not give a fuck about anything. I took all of this to an extent which was very unhealthy, and I actually didn't look at any number at all. I had no clue how much I'm paying in fees, in refunds, in customer support bills. Even the Facebook ads which I was running were not tracked properly. I just knew I need roundabout a ROAS of 2 or something like that, and if I have that, I'm good. And I had it, and I was like, I'm good. So I don't need to worry about anything. I was spending like 4K a day, making anywhere between 8 and 10. But the real problem was though, that I didn't really know what my actual margins are, and also when I need to kill ad sets and what to do. And at some point it got really bad because I started scaling more and more on Facebook. It was unprofitable, but I didn't know, and I just didn't kill ad sets. And for like 3-4 weeks straight, I lost anywhere, again, no clue how much it exactly was, but anywhere between like $500 and $1,000 every single day. It was very painful and I lost a shit ton of money, and most of the profits I did for the past couple of months were just gone. What saved me there was a Facebook block. Facebook blocked me and I was panicking, didn't know what to do because it was my first one, but it turned out to actually stop everything which is unprofitable. I was like panicking, but in reality that was the best thing which could ever happen. If this would be going on for another couple of weeks, I would not be able to pay my suppliers and I would have like thousands of orders pending which I wouldn't be able to pay. If that would have happened, I would be in like really, really big trouble, but it didn't. But keep in mind one thing, I am the extreme version of not caring about any problem at all. You shouldn't apply this advice if that's not you. Most people lean on the other side. Most people try to solve every single problem out there and basically waste all their time on doing that. And they basically don't even deserve the advice I'm giving here because they think about problems which are not existing, and I didn't think about problems which were existing. So it was a very different scenario. And the approach I took was still the right one just because I was consistently focusing on only money-making activities. I was actually doing things which truly only made me money. Everything else I didn't care about. However, there was one money-making activity which I completely forgot about, which is average order value optimization. I didn't know what upsells were. I literally didn't know shit about anything when it came to upselling and making more money of one person. And the first $600,000 I have made, I didn't have a single upsell. I didn't have an offer which had a post-purchase upsell, didn't have like an extra shipping thing, didn't have like a quantity break on the product page, no pre-purchase, nothing. To some of you, this might sound like what you're doing, but to other people of you who actually are upselling, you're gonna be like, oof, that's really painful. That's by far the most expensive mistake you can ever do because upsell their pure profit. The main issue I've actually noticed recently was all these organic guys, they think they don't need to do that because their margins are great. They have like margins anywhere between 50 and 70%, and they basically think, all right, I am too cool for average order value because I already have those margins. No. You need to be thinking about it as well as everybody else. And the problem is that you're actually losing out on pure profit for nothing. Because keep in mind, the supplier cost goes down whenever one person orders 2 pieces because you only ship it once. That goes down. On top of that, if you do things right, you can upsell really cheap things for a lot of money and make crazy profits out of it. Things like that, in some cases, can actually double your profit margin, which is ridiculous. I would say, to sum everything up, that the main actual problem was that I didn't have a person who told me that I'm doing those mistakes early enough. I did have a mentor, but I only had him for a very specific time period. I had him from not making any money to making a lot of money. But after I started making a lot of money, I basically stopped working with him because he didn't have a good structure of following up with other programs and basically only had this base one. So even though that was super helpful, and I'm truly grateful forever for that help, I was still doing a bunch of mistakes later on because I was stupid enough to think that I can now do things by my own. Because now I'm smart, I made money, I know business at this point. And in reality, I didn't. And honestly, I can tell you here, if I would be able to work with myself at the time, I would do anything for it. And right now, you guys actually have the opportunity. It actually might sound a bit arrogant, but I truly believe that if I went with my knowledge into me back in the day, it would be insane. The amount of extra money I would have made till now would probably be 10x. If you actually want to have a mentor who's going to guide you through the entire process of dropshipping, you can click the link below and sign up for a call with us, and we're going to find out if everything is a good fit. The program is just going to guide you through the entire process of finding a winner, advertising it the right way, either organic or with ads, and then going to the next level with scaling everything, making perfect stores with average order value. And I'm going to also handpick customer support people who are going to be able to do things for you, which I trust already, and you don't have to worry about that. And the main thing is also going to be all the connections I've built for the last years, suppliers, virtual assistants, all of those people. You're going to have that network installed. So if you're interested, click the link below and I will talk to you soon.